I went down into my workshop this morning and I checked to see what I had. And I had exactly what we want. Just a coincidence. The white is left over from when I painted the walls in the workshop downstairs, and the gray is from probably many years ago when I painted the front of the house. I painted the front of the house this color right here. Now, there's bad news. I've already checked out the white. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like new, and it's about this full. Now the gray is not quite that full. I'm going to show you what I found. Now I've already tried to mix it, so I don't think it's too usable. I'll reposition the camera here and I'll show you what's happened. I think that possibly it froze. Now when I took the lid off the gray down in the workshop, at first I thought to myself, it's an oil-based paint. And the reason I thought that is because it was probably about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half of clear what looked like oil on the top. And when you look down into the bottom, it looked like cottage cheese, or very fine cottage cheese. That's what it looked like. So I thought, well, let's try and mix it up. So I took one of those sticks there, which I have since cleaned off, because some of those sticks go back like 40 years. I just keep reusing them. Anyway, telling you more than you need to know here again. However, I stirred for the longest time, and I just couldn't get it to, I guess you'd call it homogenize. Yeah, and you can see on the sides there where, the old paint. Let me get something here. Okay, I'll take a cotton bud or a cotton swab. I will call it a cotton bud. Now, I call these Q-tips. But, Mark, I'm going to call it cotton bud, just for your sake. Now, you notice it's kind of, and you can see where it's just not going to paint properly. So I've got a feeling that this paint may have froze over in the winter somehow. I may have left it outside, I don't know. But that's really too bad, because it's 2/3 of a gallon of paint, or 3 liters for the rest of the world. Anyway, the white is good, so I'm going to try and get some white on today, but it looks like I am going to have to go to the store and buy gray. And that's really too bad, because this is the absolute perfect color. It's exactly what I want. Yeah, at least I think it is. Now, what do I do with this? Now, I brought up a couple of disposable paintbrushes here. Get these at the dollar store. I think they were something like 10 for $1 or 6 for $1. Can't remember anymore. All I know is they're really cheap. And I've got a little piece of wood here. And let's just see what will happen. Oh, no, I can't use that. Okay, I just wanted to check and see. I thought possibly when I, tried to paint it on, these little lumps, it sort of, I don't know. I wonder if I was to use a high-speed mixer, because you know what? Let me get hold of this. Those lumps do seem to be... No, I can't use this. I'm going to have to buy paint. That's too bad. Now, I did mix up the white as well when I was down in the workshop. Okay, let's give it just a little test. Well, I'll let that dry and give me an idea if I'm going to have to put 2 coats on. There does appear to be a little bit of coagulating going on there. Now, I don't know if that's because the wood is raising and there's bubbles coming out of the wood. Yeah, it's the wood. Do you know what? At this point, I'm at the point where I don't care. Okay, let's just let that dry and see what it looks like. Anyway, I know we can't use the gray. A few minutes ago, I was rinsing the white paint out of this little brush, even though it is disposable and it's only worth about 10 cents or so. I thought, well, it's acrylic paint, it's easy to wash out, may as well hang on to it. And I was thinking that, you know, what I could do is I could, or the proper way to get a nice finish is to sand this down after it dries and then repaint it and maybe do it a 3rd time. And you'll end up with a really nice finish. And that's the kind of thing that I used to do. You know, if you don't believe me, you just look for my series. I think it's called The Quest for the Perfect Shine. And it had to do with pen turning. And I went to a lot of different experiments to try and figure out what was the best way to get the absolute best shine on the surface of a pen. Like this one right here. Okay, I did this. I don't know if this was the pen I ended up with, but it's got a really nice shine that's going to go out of focus and you're not going to see it. But I got it figured out. You know, I know how to do this because I just know that there was probably somebody ready to type in a comment to tell me to sand the little bumps off and then repaint. You know, folks, I don't want to do anything that requires standing up for any length of time. So I just want to get this done, and as long as it looks good at a distance, and as long as it's going to keep the dust off the ships, which is the main thing, that's basically what I'm interested in right now. I'm not even looking forward to having to go out and buy another tin of gray. Although I'm running out of milk anyway, so... yeah, not to sound discouraging or depressing or anything like that. It's just that things are changing for me, and things that I used to enjoy doing even 3 years ago, I don't enjoy doing them anymore. So yeah, enough of negativity here. Let's get on with the positive aspect of this. I really am looking forward to the hood coming. I really am. And I mentioned to somebody in a comment that I wish that Cellar Dweller would phone and say the hood is here, and I could go pick it up and I could quit this. I'd have a good excuse to quit this for a while. Anyway, yeah. Well, there has been a change in plans, and that is I'm going to paint everything white, and the inside of the case has had 1 coat, and I'm going to be cutting this video off here because it's too hard to concentrate on what I'm doing and video at the same time. So thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.